how to trick yourself into finding motivation. Hi everyone, it's Mark from Health and Fitness Over 40, and today I'm going to teach you how to psychologically trick yourself into exercising and actually liking it. Listen to this. There have been times when I absolutely hated exercise and there was no way you were going to be able to get me to do it. Those were the words of one of my training clients recently. Now, in time, I had X, her name has been changed to protect her innocence, exercising 30 minutes a day, and because she liked it, it showed me by using psychology, the truth is, if you're struggling for motivation, you're probably approaching exercise completely wrong. I mean, let's be honest. How many people don't like exercise? Now, we all know that exercise is important for general health and can help with weight loss, and also for a dozen other reasons too. But over time, I became curious about what separates the people that actually exercise long term and enjoy it, and the people that don't. As it turns out, there are actually psychological studies that have found, let's say, quirks about people that exercise long term that those who don't have. So what separates one group from the other? In other words, why does person A, who over here wants to exercise 7 days a week, who can't wait to work out, and then over here, person B, where the thought of exercise makes them want to vomit? Here are some psychological facts about people that regularly exercise over years and even decades. Long-term exercisers tend to be intrinsically motivated. In other words, they're not forcing themselves to do it. They're not incentivizing themselves. They're not, let's say, putting money down, you know, in case they lose the bet. That's lose, not loose. L-O-O-S-E, loose. L-O-S-E, lose. They actually like it. Now, what's interesting here is that psychology has shown us that if we use extrinsic or external rewards, it can actually weaken your intrinsic motivation. So the more you say, okay, when I finish this workout, I'm going to have, I don't know, a big chocolate cake. The more you force yourself to do it with some kind of reward later, the chances are you're negatively affecting your internal motivation. Long-term exercisers, in fact, people who do anything long-term, tend to be intrinsically motivated, because when the going gets tough, if you're not crazy about it, if you're not enjoying what you're doing and you're forcing yourself to do it, extrinsic motivation is not that strong of a motivator. Just look at your job. If you hate your job, a pay rise won't make you stay long term. You know, let's be honest. I mean, you think that saying, oh yeah, a raise would be great, but if you are really disgusted by your job, if you hate your boss, and if you don't get on with your boss, you don't even want to get out of bed in the morning. Long-term exercisers have an internal locus of control. They believe that they control everything that happens to them. And this is also really, really common in highly motivated individuals. All that means is that if you have an internal locus of control, you feel like life is in your control. Literally, your health is in your control. It's in your hands. Your job status, your relationships. People with an external locus of control feel like the economy controls their job and the big food companies control their health. Now, the main psychological factor associated with exercise adherence is what's called self-efficacy or self-worth. So basically, in studies, it's been found that people stick with exercise the most, and in fact with many other things where they are very consistent and persistent, they were effective at what they did. In other words, if you have the belief that you can't follow through with exercise, that you won't see results, and that you don't have the willpower or discipline or good habits to consistently exercise, then what's your reason to try? You're not going to, because you know in your head you're going to fail. So it's all about knowing, essentially knowing, that you can follow through. So what's the secret to getting yourself motivated to move? Well, I'm going to share some things right now. In fact, I'm going to share 4 things right now. Number 1, develop an internal locus of control. It is absolutely crucial to your long-term success in life, for your happiness, your well-being, the state of your relationships, that you in your mind understand that you are responsible for everything that happens. Nothing is a random event that just happens causing you to fail. Okay, you are in control of everything, and if you decide to change, you can change. Now, this isn't just some hippy-dippy real talk. I mean, this is well supported by psychological science. That the way that you perceive yourself, if you're in control or out of control, that is the path your life is going to take. Okay, so people that have an external locus of control think that the world controls them. They're less happy, they're less motivated, they're less healthy, less resilient in the face of stress. And it's absolutely crucial that you get this internal control, this internal mindset to allow you to do anything. Right, number 2, do something you like. This is a must. And it must be revolutionary, because I see people forcing themselves to do exercise they hate. And also we see this with diet. They choose a protocol that they don't enjoy. Is it any wonder they can't stick to it? Follow your intrinsic motivation, your internal motivation. If you don't like lifting weights, don't do it. I mean, doing 30 minutes of something you like is so much better than forcing yourself to do an hour of something you don't like, because you're not going to stick to it. Let's be honest. Think in 3, 5, 10-year periods rather than 3 months, 5 months, 6 months. So do some kind of exercise you actually like. If you just want to walk, go for a walk and then slowly increase over time. Stop forcing yourself to do activities you don't like. Because just like the research shows us, the more you do something you don't want or you externally incentivize it, you offer yourself rewards or bonuses and that kind of thing, then chances are you're not going to do it in the long term. Those rewards you're offering aren't worth not enjoying what you're doing. Number 3, another mindset one, self-efficacy. So if you set a huge goal, guess what? You're going to do it maybe for a week, a few weeks, possibly a few months. And then you're going to give up. And then you're probably not going to go back. You're going to do this yo-yo, seesaw type thing. The key here is to just set goals that are small enough that you easily exceed them. And then your confidence increases. Once your confidence has gone up and up and up, you can start increasing them further, and then you'll start reaching those goals too. Number 4, having a positive snowball effect. Essentially, what I mean by this is that you want to have the experience of exercising stay positive in your brain. So you don't want to have these negative, tough, horrible workouts that you learn to hate, because you're just building those neural patterns and you're going to just have a very negative self-talk. So what you want to do is let's say, I don't quite want to use this term, but do easy exercise to start. It shouldn't be too difficult. It shouldn't end up in too much pain. Ease yourself in. And just say to yourself, okay, this is what it is. It's something and it's more than I was doing before. Choose something that you enjoy, even if it's just for a minute. And I really do mean that. Nothing to a minute is progress. And then you gradually increase on that, and you do another minute, and you do another minute. And over time you build that up. And it does sound ridiculous, but when you're that person that doesn't have that intrinsic motivation, it is something that can help you on your way and help you to build that habit that you come to enjoy over time. So you're building this positive snowball effect in your head, where you're changing the way you psychologically view and think about exercise, which is absolutely critically important. I mean, health really is all about your mindset. You already know what to do, what you should be doing, but you're not doing it. And why are you not doing it? That's the $1 million question. Okay, everyone. That's it for today. Please leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. Do you agree or disagree? What do you personally do to motivate yourself? And I'll see you all soon. Take care.